And welcome to our last day in the Dominican Republic in the city of Santo Domingo. We decided to visit a mall and check things out. Yes, they have very nice malls here. The shopping carts were quite cute and really small, which is very interesting. And they would actually attach to an escalator so that they wouldn't like slide down. That was very interesting to witness. Later on, we decided to get Chinese food. We actually got dim sum, yes, dumplings. We found this Spanish-speaking Chinese lady. The place was called Comida Shanghai. Super cute. Now, how would I rate the dim sum and the food? It was, let's just say, if it's the only place around, it was pretty awesome. Yeah. Oh, you got a bun. Jazz and her bun. They had buns, shumais, and then as we were transitioning through the day, we decided to watch Kung Fu Panda, and Adam sure got really emotional. We went back to the mall again to check things out because we didn't really have a mall experience throughout this whole trip, and just to see how the shopping experience was, basically.
Oh, it's fun! So much fun!
They even had a BTS area.
It's a BTS
yes, oh my gosh. There was a Krispy Kreme right there. We did get a donut. It was delicious. We decided to split up and just explore the mall ourselves. And we went to the top floor food court. And interestingly enough, there is like KFC, Taco Bell, McDonald's, and they charge for ketchup, of course. There's no free ketchup. In America, we get free ketchup. That's the children's play area. And if you can pause quickly, you can see the prices of the Taco Bell menu in pesos. Yes, it was relatively affordable. This place called something Ceviche is basically a Subway, but for ceviche, which is actually pretty cool. The place was huge, and there was a ton of people here. Yes, we ended up getting Wendy's. Hi, Edmundo. Hola. He has 4 boyfriends. Hello. Yeah, fucking Jimmy always saying shit. Always saying shit. And yes, later that night we got dinner at this interesting pub. But they served American food, so fries, burgers, this is the inside. It was actually pretty nice. Yes, Marine's awesome gay friend is there. And Marine was like, that's some pretty good fries. Oh my gosh, wow. Van got ribs. Honestly, her dish looked the best. Originally, we think this restaurant used to be well, okay, so here we went to this club, but they rejected us because we weren't dressed the part. So they allowed us to dance outside the club. And we still made it a good time, yeah. So they totally rejected us. So we were trying to figure it out. Here's us dancing outside. But eventually they brought us beers and some chairs, so that was nice of them. But everyone was dressed up with collared t-shirts. You know how it goes in Vegas. It still goes the same way in the Dominican Republic.
Bájala, los que quieran, no, tú siempre quieres guachato sanjuanero, el diablo. Los que quieran salsa con la manito arriba, los que quieran salsa.
Sunday night. So wait, so you get the fruit in here, and then they blend it, and then where's the froyo, or is it just frozen veg? Oh, there's the froyo added to it. Oh. Oh, then it blends.
Okay, it's the very first.
So the ice cream shop you just saw was called Bon Bon. We went there like 50 times. They served ice cream and acai bowls and smoothies. I love that place so much. Bon Bon, you have to go there. And here we are driving to the historical capital area of the Dominican Republic in Santo.
Knott's Berry Farm right there.
I know. Not Edgar Farm.
Let's go.
Not Edgar Farm. Now this area is considered, well, the zona colonial, yes, and basically Christopher Columbus kind of, I guess you could say, came here and established Well, this whole area is a very historical neighborhood, so there's a ton of history. You could actually pay for a tour guide to basically like tell you everything about it. But this area is the oldest continuously inhabited Euro establishment in the Americas. So yes, very big. Also, Christopher Columbus's house is like somewhere around here, and it honestly looked really beautiful because you can honestly see the Spanish architecture. Now, this is a cathedral where they paid their respects to those of which who have passed, who made a huge impact to the culture and the political system of the Dominican Republic. Every single box you see right there are graves, which is very interesting. The place was incredibly beautifully made, and there was an eternal fire just like burning in the middle. Out of curiosity, I wonder if there's a guy who like keeps up with that and how much he gets paid. But yes, there's writings on the coffins, hard to see, but this whole mural is absolutely beautiful. You know, similar to realism art in Italy or something like that. So as I kept walking around and it was pretty quiet, there was even more graves and stuff. I really didn't know what was all of this about. I had to ask Mao about it. But there's the eternal flame, which always burns. Now here we are in the downtown area, and yes, we had to take photos. It was really nice, and again, you can see the Spanish, like culture influence in the architecture. Yes, there was a bunch of pigeons hanging around, and yes, a guy playing drums, of course, a bunch of entertainers and people selling stuff. And then there is a statue of Christopher Columbus right here, and that's where the pigeons poop on his head. Yes, the pigeons poop on his head. Now, this next area.
Yeah, that's where they fought.
Yeah.
Now, the area that we were peeping our eyes through that hole, we weren't allowed to go there, but there was a very magical war that happened there, and it was very impactful. There is mofongo and sancocho. Those are basically the most popular dishes you have to try, but I'll say go for mofongo. Sancocho is just weird curry. Anywho, but
He's the local. He drives. He crosses the street.
to basically walk. This is a memorial area where people leave flowers. And what's really awesome is this area specifically is where they declared independence from Spanish rule, and I think from Haiti also. And they also showed a bunch of statues of those of which, including women, who impacted the revolution. We decided to go to this famous ice cream place, and actually it was pretty darn good. Because in the Dominican Republic it gets really hot. I got dulce de leche, Van got some creamsicle with avocado. Yes. And then we decided to go to this bar where you could go whiskey tasting, but we came in way too late, but they were still able to do some sort of experience for us. So they did do a whiskey tasting for us, but they just brought out the whiskey one at a time and we tried it. And actually,
That's what we're trying to do. I worked with today a few times.
Wow. Oh my God.
it was not that bad. Yes, everybody got cocktails. This is almost like our last day. We ended it with a big bang, and we had a pretty darn good time here. Of course, we got inebriated. Here is us at the end. We basically got drunk munchies at Wendy's, and the Wendy's chili is honestly way better. It's more of like a curry dish where you want to put that over rice. They had Pizza Hut, but Adam was freaking dead. Look at him. And here's Van asleep. So beautiful. This is us saying goodbye to our last Airbnb and closing out on the trip. On our way back to the airport, the view was beautiful. in this tropical country. We're saying goodbye to the culture, the mosquito bites, and the humidity. But the experience was phenomenal. At the airport, this is A. Carl's Jr. And yes, it costed me $25 to buy this burger and onion rings. And it was good, but it better damn be well good. Everybody sat separately in different areas in the airport, so I had to secretly walk to everybody and say hello to them and record them. Yes, everybody knew. So here's us back.
Bye. Bye. Oh, bye. Bye.
Bye.
She's leaving with you.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Bye.
No, I'm gonna leave him.
Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe.